This is another video of growing up in the Mormon Church with autism and epilepsy. Warning, trigger warning, this is about my life and has childhood experiences that may trigger some of you. So if you think it might be that, scroll forward, please. My parents, every weekend, being very devout Mormons, went up from where we lived in San Jose, California, to the Oakland Temple, and they where they perform their ritual. These are sacred, secret Mormon rituals that they have to do to get to the celestial kingdom, which is Mormon heaven. And they, after they've done them for themselves, they go back and over again to do them for ancestors that from the past that didn't get a chance to do these, so that they can get into heaven also. And these to go through the full series of rituals took quite a bit of time, especially back then. The endowment ceremony alone was extremely long. And they would go through this 2 or 3 times in the time they were there, and then the 40-minute trip there and the 40-minute trip back meant that we had to have a babysitter for about 8 hours every weekend. The other big thing in the Mormon church, as many Christian churches, was converting people. And my dad and mom were extremely big on this. And they were trying at the time to convert a family that had a 17 or 18-year-old girl. And so they said, oh, we'll give her a job. She needed a job babysitting our kids. And this picture isn't a real picture of her, but it is a depiction of the emotional feeling that I got every time I saw her or knew she was coming when she opened the door. Most of what she did to us, I don't think I can talk about on TikTok. I don't want them to take it down. But maybe a couple of the things that she did that I can say is that I was young and autistic, couldn't speak very well. I definitely couldn't make certain sounds, so I talked funny, I guess, however you want to put it. And she would get the other kids to make fun of me for that. My 3 other, at that time, my 3 other siblings. She, when my young sister said she was hot, she put her in bed and put all the covers in the house on her until she was crying that she was hot. So she went outside, got a hose, and sprayed it in the room at her and said, oh, if you're hot, this will cool you off. These are just some of the littler things she did. She punished us severely in every way you can. The nightmares I would have of her were dark, ominous, and looked a lot like this. once my parents got home, we would tell them, but they didn't believe us at first. But then when it got really bad and had gone on for a couple years, they finally believed us, and they I was a little kid, but they discussed it, I guess, and this is what I've heard. I've read my mom's journal, and decided not to do anything about it, that it was more important to convert her family than to stop what was going on. And this is part of what is done and taught in the Mormon temple. Maybe not directly, but it's, God, the husband, the wife, then the children. And so we're your last priority. Things have changed a little bit in their ceremonies since then, but back then that's what it was. And someday we'll talk about all the temple ceremonies, but for now, that's the end of the evil babysitter. Thank you for watching.